as Bitcoin continues to push up, CPI data coming out tomorrow could really signify potentially the start of the bull run or an even bigger push towards a potential $40,000 Bitcoin. We're going to break down exactly what to expect for CPI tomorrow and how are people setting up to trade this event. All of that in this video, and if that's something you like the sound of and you are invested in cryptocurrency, then be sure to subscribe to this channel. We bring you the latest and greatest going on in the world of cryptocurrency and everything else. So turn the notification bell on so you know when we go live or upload our latest content, and let's dive straight into this CPI data video. So we see Bitcoin currently trading 30,240, broke 30K pretty convincingly yesterday. However, a lot of people believe that there could be a push down imminently in the market, potentially even down as low as 22K. If you're in my live stream, we kind of broke down exactly how that could be, but there are also bulls sat there expecting us to potentially push up to 40K. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about CPI, the Consumer Price Index coming out of the US tomorrow. Certainly for me in the UK here, it's definitely tomorrow morning. And obviously we'll try and bring you the latest with that. But what is the Consumer Price Index? Ultimately, it is the measure of value of food and goods services contained within consumer items. So everyday food, electricity, all that kind of stuff. Ultimately, it is a measure that the Federal Reserve take in terms of their Fed rate hikes. Now, taking a look at our previous data, we saw in March a 6.0% was the forecast, and we came in at bang on 6%. Now, if you were with me on that night, you were talking in the live stream, you saw how incredibly volatile the market was. And we genuinely see a W pattern when it comes to things like CPI and, more importantly, the Federal Reserve. Again, they will take their data from this to decide what they do with inflation. We'll take a look at the predictions of that in just a second. But the previous was 6.4 in March. So we are looking potentially at a CPI data release tomorrow for 5.2%. Ultimately, that is what the market will have priced in. 6% was our March one. Anything between a range of 5.2 and 5.5 is probably going to be pretty good for the market. Anything below 5.2, and I think we will see a pretty sharp rise on Bitcoin. Now, we can see a lot of the kind of American stock exchanges really coming well on the back of this 5.2 potential forecast for CPI. We see Coinbase here at 6%, Starbucks at 1%, Ford Motor Cars at 1.18, Tesla up 1.2. We see oil just marginally trading below flat there. So a lot of people are hedging their bets. What we probably see, again, a decrease in electricity consumption. Therefore, cost will come down. Cost of cars will probably come down. Consumer goods probably won't. It probably won't come down. Again, this is how much free money people have got and then where they go and put that. And again, like I said, this absolutely then takes its data and the Fed decide on where that's going to come. But we will, or potentially are going to see at least 6, if not 8 months of continuation push down for that CPI data. So that's going to be good for inflation. Now, what are people talking about when it comes to the Fed? So 21 days, 19 hours and 2 minutes until we get Jerome Powell once again standing up there and deciding whether he wants to let the markets fly or tame the beast, as it were. But what are people saying? Well, currently we sit at 475 to 500. That is our current price prediction. Our current probability percentage of where inflation is right now. 35.9% believe we will get a 0% rate hike. 64.1% believe we will get a 25 basis point hike. Now, this is changing. This was actually near a 70% about 3 days ago. So I think as data is coming out and leaks are starting to come out and people are starting to look at the markets, we generally could be moving towards a 0% rate hike, which would be incredibly good for not only the cryptocurrency market, but the general investment sector could be very good indeed. Now, how are people setting up to trade this? If you are a trader, there is a fantastic link down in the description for MEXC. Go and check them out. We're giving away $9,000 worth of bonuses if you sign up and trade with that link in the description. It does support the channel. It does support, obviously, our community pool. So definitely go and check them out. It's totally free to sign up. And you can also get yourself some free Layer 1 Casper just by signing up and doing a few tasks. So definitely go check it out in the link in the description. But Analysis Ted stated in a series of tweets that pre-release is probably a good time to think about de-risking. Still, he believes that true resistance is somewhere around 34K. He reasons as traders are likely to pause on the risk before the event. We are actually seeing a push up in the market that feels like it will cool ahead of CPI, but 34K is where we are predicting a bit of a push. Overall environment that is conducive to buying the dip. Don't get caught overextended into the highs, warns Ted, who also published analysis on the Cleveland Fed's prediction for tomorrow's CPI inflation numbers. So again, people will be looking to buying as the market starts to move. Again, don't get caught at that top end of those spikes. If anything, sometimes it is better, just in my opinion, to wait out some of these incredibly volatile parts. CPI predictions for 5.22 year-on-year basis in Feb. Figure was 5.99. Headline number for core inflation prediction is 5.66, which would be a slight increase in the general core inflation. Again, wouldn't be the disastrous. And then what would that do? Well, that will probably likely to translate to a 25 basis point hike rate in May. So we'll see as that all pans out. But like we said, market looking pretty good. Bitcoin hovering at that 30,263, broke 30K, potentially on its way up to 30,800. That is the next key level of resistance that we have on the market. So let me know down below. What do you think CPI is going to come out? Obviously, we'll keep you up to date with everything going on. But please subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you are here for the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. I do appreciate all your support as ever. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.